out on a little weekend trip, checking out some new areas that we haven't been to before, just east of the Sisters. So it should be pretty cool. It's a little foggy out right now. Hopefully it clears up a little bit. But it's just nice to get out. Starting to rain a little bit, more of a sprinkle. We'll see if the weather holds off for us at all. I think we left the blue sky behind, so we'll see how this goes. It's kind of cool looking with the sun creeping through the fog. Hopefully it clears up a little bit. It's a little rainy and foggy out now, so can't really see any view. We're close to the mountains, so there would be a view if it wasn't all cloudy. So we'll see. Just starting to get into the snow a little bit. Yeah, I should probably put it in full. We're up above 6,000 feet now. Pull over, lock the hubs. We just made it to the end of the road. Thought we'd check it out. And there's some cool little yurts here that looks like you can probably rent. There's no one here at all. It's pretty cool. I think we will head back a little ways and look for a spot to camp. This is probably a pretty busy place in the summertime. think we're just gonna find a spot in this campground. It's out of season, so there's like nobody here, and you don't have to pay for it. The pay booth is closed up. So looks like a pretty cool spot. We're gonna find the nicest looking one. We found a pretty sweet spot. Just gonna back in here. We'll be set. I might look for some of those cool little stackable blocks. They look like they'd come in pretty handy for leveling out the trailer. But until then, 2x4s and max tracks. You just need a little more height out of this side. So I'll add some more max tracks. Alright, we found a pretty nice spot to camp, and it's cold outside, so it's time to put the sweater on, and we'll get stuff set up. Alright, let's get the heat turned on real quick so Kimberly's not freezing. Camera doesn't really show the readout, but I'm setting it to like 67 degrees. Well, this is our view. Camp. Oh, tiny bit of blue sky up there. guess it's a little cold out. This is ice. Kimberly's just getting ready to make some dinner.
Heat up some dinner.
Heat up some stew. It's getting dark out. We were just watching a movie. And it's just starting to snow outside. So we might wake up to some fresh snow. We just finished watching a movie. That was nice. And we're getting ready for bed. And you can listen. It's nice and quiet in here. And it's storming outside. If we were in our rooftop tent, it would be pretty rough. We wouldn't be sleeping very well because those things are super loud in a storm like this.
In Central Oregon Cascades, winter weather advisory in effect until 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Sunday above 4,000 feet. Wet. Snow expected above 4,500 feet. Total snow accumulations of up to 7 inches, with 8 to 20 inches above 5,500 feet. Winds gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. Where? East slopes of the Oregon Cascades. When? From 7 p.m. this evening to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Sunday. Impacts. Travel could be very difficult to impossible.
Here's what we woke up to. Looks like there's a couple inches of snow that fell overnight. It was extremely windy. So I went outside to go fly my drone. It's getting a little nice out, but it's too cold. My batteries were frozen, they wouldn't work. So we put them in a little heating blanket to get these warmed up. Then I'll get some drone shots. When we were at Overland Expo, we got some new coffee to try out. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty good and super easy to make. Kind of like little tea packets. Alright, we're getting suited up to go on a little hike. It's still a little snowy out, but should be cool. There's a little lake I want to get to, so we'll see if we can make it. So Kimberly has a really warm coat on, and one of my work jackets as the outer layer. So, kind of funny. Alright, I think I found the trail. Looks like it's this here. I don't see any tree markers though. But I think we're going the right direction. We did get off track a couple times, but we managed to find the trail again. Here's the only markers there are right now. Little tree hashes, but no diamonds. So we're just trying to follow those. The snow turned out to be the perfect depth for this little hike. Any more and we would have needed snowshoes. There's some old signs. Tree has grown around the sign. That's crazy. Big difference here. That arrow. There's where we came from. Onward. We're almost there. See the edge of it. Some animal prints. There it is. Sun's trying to peek out. All right, well that was cool. Now we're gonna attempt to find our way back to camp and have some lunch. Nice part about going back in the snow is we can just follow our tracks for the most part. Coming over here was a little bit difficult because it was hard to find a trail and there was no other tracks to follow. So this should be pretty nice and easy. And we made it back to camp. Well, to the campground that no one else is in, which is pretty cool. We have the whole place to ourselves. The original plan was to find a dispersed camp spot in this area, but then we found that we could go into the campgrounds and there was nobody here. So why not? We don't usually stay in campgrounds, but this worked out perfect for us. It's pretty nice. And it was cool to check out a new spot. Plus, this time of year, obviously there's no bugs and no people. So it's pretty cool. We're back in the trailer. It's nice and warm in here. And we got Polish sausages for lunch. Pretty awesome view from inside our trailer. Doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Just gonna get the truck fired up and start packing up. Probably take us about 5 minutes. So I've always wanted a little cabin in the woods, but ever since we got this X22, it kind of does the job for us. That way we can take it wherever we want. So I learned a lesson to not keep this down during a storm of snow and ice, because it's like thick, solid ice on there now. I'm not sure if it'll even close without me scraping it off. This really was a great spot. We'll probably come back here in the summer just to check it out. Well, we're just finishing up our trip. It was awesome. Really couldn't ask for anything better. Obviously there could have been a little bit of blue sky, but that would have taken away the snow that we woke up to. So anyone out there, don't take a Prius. They're having to chain up just on the main road. And if they slide off the road at any point, they're gonna be done. So we're gonna wait here until they get chained up and turned around, and I'll make sure they get turned around all safely before we head out. But yeah, Prius isn't a good snow vehicle. Oh, to top it off, they're from California. Prius in the Oregon Outback during a storm. Not a good combo. Well, this is slippery. I was just sitting here parked and I went to just put it in reverse for a second, and you can see I just slid right off the road. So that is slippery. I might actually have to air down. So the good news is they were actually prepared with chains. However, they weren't the right size for the car. So I made sure that they went super slow so they wouldn't hurt the fenders. I just helped them get turned around a little bit. Not a problem. The chains made all the difference in the world.
Shit. Are you okay? Oh my god.
Alright, so I was helping people get turned around in a Prius from California. Super nice people. Just not really prepared for the snow. They were coming out here for a hike. But as I was adjusting, I slid off the road. So I just deflated my tires, threw some tracks under it, and hopefully I will crawl back onto the road. If not, this might be a little issue. It's pretty slippery out. And I actually just fell walking. So I'm just trying to go as slow as possible here so I don't spin out. If I spin my tires, I'm going to slide right back into that ditch. Doing well. This here shows you how slippery it is. As soon as I come off the max tracks, I slide off to the side. This method worked perfectly for me getting out of this ditch. That way I didn't have to winch myself out.
We're off it. Putting them away quickly because now people are behind us.
There they are. Well, that was pretty fun. So, if that ever happens to you, don't spin tires. So as soon as I slid off the road, I stopped, didn't get in any worse, deflated my tires, threw the traction boards down, and just slowly creeped up. And we just now caught up to the Prius, and they made it up a hill, so that's awesome. Well, I'm just airing up the tires after an awesome weekend. Couldn't ask for much better. I loved it. Kimberly loved it. Yeah, awesome views, even though it was a little stormy, but during the night it was super windy, so I'm just glad we weren't in a tent. We've done that before and it's pretty loud and you don't get a whole lot of sleep, so this was definitely nice to be in a storm like that in the Explorer. So we really enjoyed it. Hopefully you did too. Talk to you later.